Good morning, David Wright here, and I'm on the beach today here in Almeria, just about 5 minutes from my house. It's a lovely, beautiful day. Okay, so if you're thinking about moving to Spain, I've got 3 top tips that could save you a lot of money, time and stress. So we all have different things in mind when we're moving to Spain. Maybe you like moving into the countryside, you want a bit of land, cheaper property, and you can get some cheaper properties inland here in Spain at the moment. Or maybe you like the city life, or even down on the beach. So here's my top 3 tips and things you need to be careful with. If you're moving inland, remember that when you get older you might not be so mobile, you might not be able to drive, or one of you becomes ill and then you need more help and care, and that can be difficult to get inland Spain. Also in the winter months in Spain it is very different in the countryside here, and things tend to shut down and be even less accessible in winter months, or it might even be very cold inland Spain. Depends where you live and what part of Spain. If you're living near the beach in the summer months, sometimes it can be very busy here in Spain, not just with tourists but locals as well. So here is my top 3 tips. Number 1, we all know what it's like here in Spain in the summer months. We all know it's lovely weather most of the time and you're going to have a great time here. But come to Spain in the winter months. Say you've decided that you like Almeria or you like Malaga, for instance, then go there in the winter months. Just go for a long weekend. Normally 2 or 3 days is enough in the winter to find out exactly what it's like there. You'll find out if things are shutting down, if the weather's colder than you thought, or maybe there's something there in the winter that you don't like about that area. Also go for a long weekend in the winter and you'll find it's a lot cheaper as well. You will find out a lot by going there in the winter months, and that will help you decide if that is the right place for you, if you're going to be moving there a long time. Tip number 2, if you can find people that are living in the area where you are and then chat to them and ask them what it's like. Now if you speak Spanish, go to the bars and the restaurants, obviously you're going to be doing that anyway, and ask the waiters there. They're a good source of information on what that area is like all throughout the year, and they'll be happy to tell you exactly what that area is like. Pick their brains and ask them. If you don't speak Spanish, then find out from the locals where the English people will hang out. You'll probably find them in the local English bars. Go and ask them, meet these people and ask them for their ideas and opinions of what the area is. You'll find out a lot from these people that have been living there, the good and the bad things that of that area that you want to move to. So finding local people and getting their local knowledge is very helpful and useful. Number 3, when you're thinking about buying here in Spain, I always say to people, rent first. This is my number 1 tip. Now, like me, when I first moved here, I was keen to buy. I wanted to buy my first place here, and I was told to rent, and I did actually take up some advice from a good bank manager friend of mine at the time here, who told me to rent for a few months. The few months ended up being 6 months in an area that I thought was going to be my perfect location. We'd already seen a place that we loved and wanted to buy it. But after living there for 4 months, I realised that it was not really where I wanted to be, and that some of the parking problems we had with the local school and the noise from our local hotel and bars was putting us off buying there. We ended up moving just up the road. Now, it's expensive to buy here in Spain when you first move here in regards to the fees that you pay, the commissions to the estate agents and the notary and things like that. So buying the first time, you need to get it right. And if you can do this by renting for a few months, then it is money well worth spent. So I always recommend people renting first when they come to Spain. It's what I did, it's what a lot of people do. Obviously it's not compulsory, but you will learn so much more by doing this and finding out exactly what that place is like as you're living there for a few months. So there's my top 3 tips. There's loads more help, information and personal mentoring, and you can get access to our experts on my new website. There's a link to that below this video now. Thanks for watching.